Uzumaki, Spiral into Horror, the most popular work from the most popular horror mangaka, Junji Ito. The story centers around the small coastline town of Kurozocho, and over the course of 20 chapters, the town's slow descent into madness, all because of the Spiral. Releasing in 1998, it has captivated and haunted readers for over 25 years. And in 2019, Adult Swim made an announcement, a full 4-episode anime adaptation of the manga. And after 5 long years of production, it is awful.
Oh my goodness! No. Wait.
Back when the adaptation first got announced, the hype was unmatched. An anime adaptation of one of Ito's works, and it actually looked good for once. There had already been multiple attempts to animate his stories before. Each one was a bigger disaster than the last. But finally, after so long, some producers were throwing out enough money to bring his work to life. And to make it even better, they were adapting Uzumaki. Uzumaki is probably Junji Ito's most famous work. If you are a part of the anime community, well, you already know that. If you're not, I guarantee you've seen this drawing at least once. In 2022, Ito sold 500,000 volumes of his various series. 106,000 of those sales were Uzumaki. The manga came out 24 years before that. So yeah, it's popular and the anime looked great. A black and white color palette combined with a lot of movement. It really did look like the manga was coming to life. It was sure to be a slam dunk that would change anime history forever. And fast forward to now.
Ooh, that's kind of small. Yikes.
So, what happened? Well, you probably noticed that this trailer I showed and the clips I used 2 minutes ago look a lot better than the clips I used 1 minute ago. What gives? Well, here's a fun fact. All of the promotional material is from episode 1. Episode 1 looks fantastic. The quality is off the charts. Junji Ito fans everywhere wept tears of joy because, oh my god, it's so beautiful, man. Instant 8 out of 10 on my anime list. 1 week later, everyone tunes into episode 2 and oh no. Why does it look like that? Fluid animation, all gone. Now everything looks so stilted and cheap. Okay, maybe this is just a fluke. Save some budget for the rest of the series. No, the quality never goes back up. When the anime finished, people were devastated. Everyone's hopes were so high just to get curb stomped out of nowhere. Which begs the question,
What the fuck happened?
Jason DeMarco is a senior writer and producer for Toonami. Toonami is owned by Adult Swim, and Jason was the executive producer of the Uzumaki adaptation. After episode 2 came out, he made a statement on his Blue Sky. Pause if you want to read the whole thing, I'm just going to read the main points. It's fine, we knew this would happen. I can't talk about what went down, but we were screwed over and the options were A, not finish and air nothing, B, finish and air episode 1 and leave it incomplete, or C, run all 4, warts and all. Out of respect for the hard work, we chose C. After waiting so long, it makes sense some people would be mad. Unfortunately, I can't tell them who to blame it on, but someone is definitely at fault here. A lot of people worked very hard on this show, and I didn't think the actions of just 1 or 2 people should be the reason it never saw the light of day. This post was taken down shortly after, which means I didn't have to make a Blue Sky account to dig deeper, thank God. In regards to Jason's statement, it sounds like he's beating around the bush when trying to say, the producers screwed us over. When projects like this have disappointing results, it's usually some sort of interference from the higher-ups. We just saw this with the beginning of Blue Lock Season 2. Now, I'm not stating this as facts, I am only speculating based on Jason's statement. Truthfully, we have no idea why things turned out so badly, and we probably never will. But the fact he said the actions of 1 or 2 people led to this is pretty telling. Now, this is unfortunate, but it's not the only reason this adaptation failed. Simply put, they kind of fucked up the pacing. Let's do some math. 20 chapters condensed into 4 episodes means 5 chapters per episode. Here's some comparisons to put this into perspective. The first season of Jujutsu Kaisen covered 63 chapters in 24 episodes, a little over 2.5 chapters per episode. The first season of Blue Lock covered 94 chapters in 24 episodes, almost 4 chapters per episode. Here's the thing, these are both shonen series with very fast pacing. Fast pacing does not work in horror, so it does not work for Uzumaki. What makes effective storytelling? How do you scare the audience? For me, two of the most effective ways to do so are with tension and build-up. Here's an example. Spoilers for It Follows. The main gist is this girl is being followed by some entity. The scene starts with her hiding in a bedroom. Her friends are there trying to comfort her. And then there's a knock on the door. One character asks,
Mom?
but to get no response. Boom, immediately something feels off. Whoever's on the other side tries to open the door. Another character grabs a broom in preparation. The character asks again.
Mom, is that you?
The person on the other side says it's one of their friends. So, they open the door and, yeah, it's their friend. Crisis averted. It's a little exhausting to break down a scene moment by moment like that, and my commentary doesn't really do it justice. But my point is there is build-up, tension, and payoff. This scene terrified me when I first watched it, which was the point. The thing is, each chapter in Uzumaki is kind of its own mini horror story. Every chapter throws something new and unnerving at the audience. In my opinion, to fully adapt that correctly, you need a longer runtime. 4 episodes just isn't enough. Now, it's not impossible. The upside, since so many chapters are disconnected, you can cut some out. It won't be a full adaptation, but the pros do outweigh the cons. Let me tell you, I am better off without the plot point about babies' umbilical cords regrowing into placenta mushrooms. I almost threw up at this part. So, what did they cut out? Well, basically nothing. Some chapters get shortened, but roughly 90% of the manga, I'm lowballing, was adapted. Instead of adapting the story linearly, everything kind of happens all at once. Sections from different chapters are shuffled around and jammed together while keeping the overall timeline somewhat consistent. For example, episode 1 covers chapters 1 and 3 and parts of 2 and 8. You get the idea. It is an interesting creative decision. To give credit where it's due, it is somewhat effective. Since everything is happening at the same time, it almost feels overwhelming. Like this descent into madness is happening so quickly we don't even realize. And when the series ends, that is when you fully process everything that just happened. It's not a bad idea, but it is the wrong one. The manga really does capture that feeling of a slow descent into madness. There is a lot of tension and buildup, which leads to this overall experience of a slow burn, a true downward spiral for this poor town and its residents. I want to talk about that phrase for a second. Downward spiral. Some YouTubers have called this anime that because it's a cute play on the series name, and it also implies the anime is not great. However, I don't think this is an appropriate use of the term. A downward spiral is a continuous, usually rapid negative trend, especially one with a repeated and worsening cycle of events or states. That is not what happens in the Uzumaki adaptation. The quality starts strong and then flatlines immediately. This is not a downward spiral. It is tripping and falling down the stairs. Anyways, to make things worse, I didn't find the last 3 episodes very scary. These episodes really suffer the most from trying to cram everything in. They really do try to fit everything somewhere. And it doesn't work because this makes the story move at such a fast pace, you don't really have time to feel any tension or buildup. And when they do slow down to focus on one plot point, the art still sucks. And it's distracting enough that you just sit there and feel nothing. My biggest takeaway from this is, man, I feel for all you Junji Ito fans. This was so disappointing to see. Personally, I'm not the biggest Junji Ito fan, but I was still excited for this. I really wanted it to succeed. And everyone really thought it would, but now it's the second lowest rated Junji Ito adaptation on my anime list. Hopefully this doesn't kill the chance of his legendary artwork getting the adaptation it deserves in the future, but if this was truly the final nail in the coffin, I am so sorry for you guys.